The Montauk Project is a purported series of secretive and controversial United States government experiments that allegedly took place at Camp Hero, an abandoned military base in Montauk, New York. Central to the mythos of the Montauk Project are claims of time travel, mind control, teleportation, and even contact with extraterrestrial beings. This narrative has captured the imagination of conspiracy theorists and science fiction enthusiasts alike, partly due to its blend of the conceivable with the fantastical. The significance of the Montauk Project in relation to time travel experiments, or being dismissed as a hoax, lies in its position at the intersection of speculative science and modern folklore. It raises questions about the extent and limits of human scientific endeavor and the ethical implications of such experiments. In popular culture, the Montauk Project's influence is evident. The 1984 book, The Montauk Project: Experiments in Time, by Preston B. Nichols and Peter Moon, brought mainstream attention to these claims, asserting that clandestine government projects explored the boundaries of human consciousness and time. Additionally, the popular Netflix series Stranger Things draws inspiration from Montauk lore, using similar themes of government experimentation and parallel dimensions, which has introduced the concept to a new generation and spurred interest in the mythos. Opinions about the Montauk Project vary widely. Proponents argue that top-secret government programs might well explore such possibilities, pointing to historical projects like MK-Ultra as evidence of governmental interest in mind control. Conversely, skeptics dismiss the Montauk Project as a hoax or elaborate fiction, noting the lack of verifiable evidence and regarding it as modern mythology rather than fact. This divergence in opinions underscores the contentious nature of the topic. The Montauk Project's narrative is rife with challenges and controversies. Critics point to inconsistencies and a lack of corroborating evidence as reasons to doubt its validity. Moreover, the claims are often seen as too extraordinary, questioning the plausibility of such advanced technology existing in secrecy. However, believers argue that the covert nature of governmental operations could easily prevent public confirmation. This concept interweaves with broader discussions about government transparency, the ethics of scientific exploration, and the psychology of belief. The Montauk Project not only influences conspiracy theories, but also reflects societal anxieties about technology and authority, illustrating how stories, whether factual or fictional, can profoundly impact cultural and individual perceptions of reality. It serves as a reminder of the power of narrative and the ongoing human fascination with the unknown. The Montauk Project is a complex and shadowy narrative often associated with time travel, mind control, and government conspiracy theories. At its core, the historical overview and origins of the Montauk Project delve into the beginnings of these allegations, rooted in various claims and reports about secret experiments purportedly conducted at Camp Hero, a decommissioned military base in Montauk, New York. The idea first gained significant attention through a series of books by Preston Nichols and Peter Moon, which alleged that these experiments originated from the infamous Philadelphia experiment, a supposed military project that rendered a naval ship invisible in 1943. According to the narrative, survivors and equipment from the Philadelphia experiment were relocated to Montauk, where further exploration into time travel and other advanced technologies occurred. The significance of understanding the origins of the Montauk Project lies in its impact on conspiracy culture and its role in shaping discussions about government secrecy and advanced technology. By tracing back to its reputed beginnings, one can grasp how tales of clandestine projects leverage historical events to create intricate mythologies that captivate and concern the public. One example illustrating these origins is the supposed link between the Montauk Project and the Philadelphia experiment, a foundational element that gives the narrative a historical backdrop. Advocates often cite this connection as evidence of long-standing governmental interest in time manipulation. Another example is the alleged development of the Montauk chair, said to be a device used for mind control and teleportation experiments. These elements highlight how conspiracy theories often weave together various sensational claims to create a seemingly interconnected narrative. Supporters of the Montauk Project theory argue that the government has consistently hidden technological advances and unethical experiments from the public. This belief feeds into broader fears of authoritarianism and abuse of power, driving public intrigue and skepticism towards official denials. However, the Montauk Project is not without its controversies and challenges. Critics dismiss it as a blend of science fiction and pseudoscience, pointing out the lack of empirical evidence and the fantastical nature of the claims. Many skeptics argue that such stories are exaggerated, fueled by the human tendency to mistrust authority and seek excitement in the unexplained. Despite the skepticism, the origins of the Montauk Project continually influence modern discourse on conspiracy theories. They blur the lines between reality and fiction, stirring debate and curiosity about the limits of scientific exploration and governmental transparency. Understanding these origins is crucial in exploring how such narratives endure and evolve, shaping public perceptions and challenging the status quo. The Montauk Project is a purported secret U.S. government program alleged to have focused on time travel and mind control experiments at Camp Hero Montauk, New York, during the latter half of the 20th century. At its core, the project is believed by some to be an offshoot of the infamous Philadelphia experiment, revolving around manipulating the fabric of time and space to gain military advantages. The theories and claims surrounding the Montauk Project hold a significant place in discussions of government secrecy and the moral implications of experimental science, as they push the boundaries of what people assume is possible and ignites imaginations about time travel and alternate realities. The significance of these theories lies in their ability to challenge our understanding of the past and the credibility of government disclosure. This project allegedly involved techniques that could dramatically alter history or reality itself, introducing questions about ethical scientific limits. It raises pertinent discussions about how far human curiosity and government agendas should be allowed to stretch into potentially dangerous territories. A famous example tying into these claims is Preston B. Nichols' The Montauk Project, Experiments in Time, a book detailing his alleged experiences and recovered memories of participating in the experiments. According to Nichols, the project explored everything from teleportation to contact with extraterrestrial life, making bold assertions that continue to captivate believers. Another relevant application is the case of Al-Bialek, who professed to have traveled back and forth in time due to Montauk's technologies, purporting that future societies had already mastered time travel. Proponents of the Montauk theories, often from the fringe community, argue that these elements of the project are reminders of technological powers suppressed by government authorities. They claim, with a mix of frustration and hope, that uncovering the truth could accelerate public access to transformative technologies and knowledge. However, challenges to these ideas are numerous. Skeptics dismiss the Montauk Project as a hoax, comparing it to science fiction or conspiracy theories with little verifiable evidence. Critics highlight the lack of credible documentation or witnesses and regard narratives from Nichols and Bialek as fabrications lacking scientific rigor. Mainstream scientists argue that the physical principles underpinning such claims, particularly time travel, are highly speculative and not supported by existing physics. The theories about the Montauk Project engage with broader themes of governmental transparency and scientific ethics. They invoke debates about how technology might be used or misused within covert operations, emphasizing the profound societal impacts such speculations hold, if proven true. Ultimately, whether believed or discounted, the Montauk Project's theories enrich the tapestry of conspiracy culture and encourage ongoing dialogue about the limits of human ingenuity and secrecy. The concept of time travel has long been a captivating subject of science fiction and popular culture, often proposed as the ability to move between different points in time, similar to how we traverse space. In theoretical physics, time travel is explored through concepts such as wormholes and the theory of relativity, where the manipulation of space-time could potentially allow for temporal displacement. Though largely speculative, these ideas help frame the discussion around time travel in the context of the Montauk Project, a series of alleged secret government experiments rumored to have taken place in Montauk, New York, purportedly researching time travel capabilities. This narrative has sparked intrigue and skepticism alike, positioning time travel as a cornerstone of the debate on whether the Montauk Project was a genuine research endeavor or merely an elaborate hoax. The significance of exploring time travel concepts in relation to the Montauk Project lies in understanding the allure and controversy they generate. Given that the project is often linked with claims of transcending temporal boundaries, delving into the science or pseudoscience of time travel lends credence or counters to these narratives. For example, the concept of closed time-like curves within the framework of general relativity posits scenarios where time loops back on itself, a concept that underpins many time travel theories. Another example is the notion of quantum mechanics introducing possibilities for retrocausal events, though these remain at the edges of mainstream scientific dialogue. There are notable opinions that support the feasibility of time travel, albeit cautiously. Prominent physicists like Kip Thorne have explored the idea of wormholes as potential passages through time, emphasizing the hypothetical nature, yet urging further exploration. Conversely, challenges arise from the paradoxes associated with time travel, such as the grandfather paradox, which questions the logical consistency of altering the past. Critics also highlight the absence of empirical evidence, arguing that the Montauk Project's claims are more fiction than fact, muddied by conspiracy theorists and lack of substantial verification. The exploration of time travel concepts not only influences perceptions of the Montauk Project, but also connects with broader themes of skepticism and belief in extraordinary claims. This discussion prompts an examination of how deeply held myths and speculative science can intersect, shaping public consciousness. Ultimately, the dive into time travel within the Montauk Project narrative serves as a catalyst for broader discussions about the limits of human understanding and the perennial fascination with defying the boundaries of time itself.